What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video, and today's reaction is the very special monthly request of my incredible Patreon follower, Aaron. Aaron, thank you so much for this request, for being a member of the Herd, and for all the support you have given. Thank you so much for running the D&D games over on the Herd, which I cannot wait for this weekend. I'm so looking forward to it. But yes, thank you for all that you do for the Herd and for the Discord. And yeah, thank you for this request, because I don't know what I'm getting into here. Aaron has sent me through not only a request for what seems to be a really cool and unique band, but also links to an entire dossier of lore and background and information on the characters that these band members are within their film clips and within their universe. They have actual lore as if they are their own universe, their own TV show or movie or book. And yeah, they've each had their own characters. They've each felt their own style. I can't wait to see what their music is like and how it marries in with this kind of cyborg type robot android type vibe that they have going. I'm super curious to see what this is, what it's all going to be like. I'm very excited. But as well as that, Aaron's also given me information that apparently this particular song features a member of the band that's no longer with them, who is named the John, the one with the longer hair. He's apparently no longer with the group, but recently came, or not super recently, but recently-ish, came back to perform with them again. So they are still on amicable terms with him, which we love to hear. And that since this song, one of the characters, one of the people playing the characters have transitioned, which we love as well. So Rabbit has transitioned since here. So that's all the information I have right now. I know nothing about the actual music, a lot about the actual people. I remember none of it. Either way, I'm super excited to get into it and see what this is all about. But first, as always, please check out the original video that's linked in the description below. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe to Steam-Powered Giraffe if you haven't already, and watch it without all my pauses and interruptions, because there's probably going to be a few. So let's get into this. This is Steam-Powered Giraffe, Honeybee. Let's go. Cool logo. Was not ready for the audio jump scare of the flashing of a camera to transition us there. First vocal, beautiful. Little licks on the guitar, beautiful. But the Five Nights at Freddy that I'm getting right now, the oh god, what's the name for it? I always forget this, but the Uncanny Valley that I'm getting from these kind of robotic movements. Okay, I don't know whether to be scared or excited right now, because everything sounds really peaceful and beautiful, but the way that they do the movements is so good. And Rabbit having the broken umbrella that they throw over their shoulder and start walking, it's just on the surface a little bit unsettling. So we'll get into it. Let's go.
Still haunt me to this day, but you did. Yes, you did. You didn't have to say my name.
First of all, the transition they did there from black and white with certain things just in color to suddenly going everything in color as they get into the actual song, absolutely awesome transition. Absolutely love that. But the commitment to the bit from these performers, the John in the background, the little dance move they were doing, yep, cool. Again, it gives me a little bit of Uncanny Valley. So it's a bit like, for those who don't know what that is, it's something that looks human, but you know it's not human. and so it makes you uncomfortable and a little bit scared. It's the fear of things that are almost human or appear almost human. They give me that because the way they're doing their movements is so good that even though I can see they're people, my brain's going, but they're not. Be careful. But yeah, the dance move that the John was doing in the background was just, again, commitment to the bit that they are pulling off.
Have to look my way. Your eyes still haunt me to this day, but you did. Yes, you did. You didn't have to say my name. Ignite my circuits, start a flame, but you did. Oh, the turpentine erased me whole. Who don't want to live my life alone? Who was waiting for you?
I'm sorry. Taking aside how well they're pulling off all the movements and everything, what they just did there vocally was so cool. And again, the fact that they are arranging this song and putting this song together like it's a robotic thing as well is so cool. The fact that like the line there, it was like the main singer Rabbit started it off, and then Spine took over for like one word. The John came in for one word, and then it went back to Rabbit. It was just so smooth and fluid the way that went blah 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 around them, and it didn't feel like something a human band would do, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, taking the whole performance aspect of it aside, this is just a really cool song. The lyrics to it so far have been really interesting, and the way that's put together, it sounds so peaceful and nice, and yet it's got this kind of underlying. I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go, because it's definitely sound like a heartbreak song, not a happy feel good song. Like the lyrics so far are kind of this thing of, you didn't have to look my way, you didn't have to say my name and things like that, but you did, and now we're here, and I don't know where here is, but I'm not having high hopes for it emotionally. So yeah, but just the way they pass these notes off was so good.
Oh, the turpentine erased me whole. Who don't want to live my life alone? Who was waiting for you all my life? Set me free.
I'm sorry, did they just put like a hydraulic sound effect in there? This big moment? That was so good. And there's like a thing afterwards. That was so well done.
Set me free, my honeybee. But you did. Yes, you did. You didn't have.
I've got to put it out there. It's so impressive. Like, taking everything else that's happening in the clip aside. And again, the John does an excellent job of performing their moves, because like it's the facial expressions as well that go with it that work so well. But Spine, or the Spine, or whatever their name is, Spine is playing a guitar while still seeming robotic, and the head movements are also robotic and sudden, but they're managing to play the guitar and have the song sound natural while also pulling off robotic movements like they're, again, straight out of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's really cool to be able to perform that way, to play an instrument while still pulling off that kind of a performance.
You're at me. Your grin's the sweetest that I've ever seen. But you did. Yes, you did.
I love the arm movement there.
Yes, you did. You didn't have to offer your hand.
The come down and then the out. It was just really, everything in this is so perfectly choreographed, and it makes me really curious if it is something that's very choreographed or if they just did the robotic movements in the moment that felt right for them. I would love to know. And that's the cool thing about this is I know that looking at the description of this one, it says that it was like it's the band members that put this whole film clip together. You know, I think it was directed by Rabbit, if I'm not mistaken. And hang on, I'm gonna go down and look at it because I want to make sure. We've got the lyrics here, and then it says, yeah, so directed by Isabella Bunny, who is Rabbit, and edited by David, who is the Spine. So that's really, really cool. I'm so glad I looked into this band's lore beforehand, by the way, because I would have had no idea who's who, and I would have been probably calling them, Goggles, Guitar, and Hair. That would have been my best way of describing them if I hadn't looked into them before this. So I'm glad that I did. But yeah, this little arm movement that Rabbit does here is so cool.
You didn't have to offer your hand, 'cause since I've kissed it, I am at your command. But you did. Oh, a turpentine erase me whole, 'cause who don't want to live my life alone. I was waiting for you all my life. Oh, why set me free, my
I don't know what style this is, but I'm trying to think. There are songs that this reminds me of, and I can't put my finger on what they are because even though it reminds me of other songs and whatever style or genre this is that they're doing, they're putting such a unique and individual spin on it in such a cool way by doing this automaton. I can't say that word. This robot feeling to it. By putting that in there, they're giving it their own unique vibe. And again, the little things they add there, like those handoff notes, that what like one person, one person, one person, and back, and the way they go into the chorus each time is so cool and so unique to them and feels so individual to them. Not to mention the songwriting, to have managed to mash up this kind of love story, devotion, kind of can't live without you type song, but still have it be coming across in a way where it still feels right to have a robot singing this about someone is very cool.
Hello, goodbye, it was nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know.
I'll never know.
I let myself go.
I let myself
Hello.
The Spine has just decided to just go so deep out of nowhere when he hasn't been that deep for the whole rest of the song. I did not know that he was capable of that and pulling it off.
Let myself go.
I let myself
Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy, but what do I know?
What do I know?
I let myself go.
I let myself go.
Ooh, honey
Ooh, we're picking up here. That's an interesting timing. But what I was going to say, I was pausing to literally say, I've said a lot about the way they're performing this song. I've said a lot about the characters they're doing this song. I can't go past and not mention how incredible the vocals are in this. Like, it's a very simple, pleasant, sweet, nice song to listen to with a nice, like, wave from side to side beat. But the vocals that Rabbit is delivering are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Also, I'm gonna put it out there. I will be heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken, if I find out that people go to steam powered Giraffe concerts and do not paint their faces up as their own unique individual robot characters. Like, there is no way I could go to one of their concerts without designing myself my own robot face to give myself a full face before I go to it. I would feel like I had wasted a ticket, because how cool would it be to see them on stage performing like this, and then the entire crowd just looking like various quality, obviously, but all with these painted faces of robots, or even just a scattering of painted robot faces out through the crowd, would be such a cool thing to see. Uh, if you're a Steam Powered Giraffe fan and you're not dressing up for their concerts, you're wasting your tickets. Seriously, get on that. But yeah, vocals that Rabbit is delivering, that they're all delivering, are stunning.
It was nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know. I let myself go. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. But what do I know?
What do I know?
I let myself go. Hello, goodbye, it was nice to know you. How I find myself without you. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. Hello, goodbye.
I love what they're doing here. First of all, I'm not going to rewind to it, but before, when we had Rabbit holding the umbrella, what they were doing with their hands as they're just kind of unwrapping them and wrapping them, so good. Felt so natural yet so robotic at the same time to be doing on that umbrella. But what they're doing vocally here, where it's Rabbit and the John are singing the higher part, and then you have the Spine in the background just doing those deeper, bassier parts, sounds so freaking good. And the fact they've dropped pretty much everything else away while they're doing this section just sounds incredible.
To know you, how I find myself without you. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. Hello, goodbye, it was nice to know you. How I find myself without you. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy.
And the shutdown at the end. I am so curious how this band came up with this idea. Like, obviously, their brother and sister, they came up with the idea together. I would love to know how it came about. What sparked this, and what made them go, yeah, we have a cool sound, we're making music, but let's do something to make us individual. Let's go full steampunk robot and give our entire band a backstory and create this entire like universe, this entire story behind who we are and what we do. I would love to know what their concert's like, because I reckon it would be an entire performance that makes you feel like you're at some kind of a musical. But on top of that, just the creativity to come in this and go, okay, how do we set ourselves apart? How do we make ourselves unique and different? We're going to do this. And I would love to see an interview. Because I imagine, and I might be wrong here, but just with the dedication to this film clip alone, I get the feeling that when they are in their characters, they would stay in their characters. This would be a real method thing. So I'd love to see an interview with Isabel and David, not with the Spine and Rabbit, of them talking about how the whole idea got started, where it built from, and what like led them to this point, because it's such a cool and unique thing with such like not necessarily a sound that I would expect from a group like this, but it just works so well. And I want to know so much more about them. They absolutely, this was really, really cool and a real breath of fresh air, and I loved it. Guys, please jump in the link in the description and support them. Give them a like and a comment, and subscribe to Steam Powered Giraffe if you haven't already. Also, leave me a like and a comment and subscribe to this channel. It helps out the channel so much. And check me out over on Patreon, where I run weekly polls for the reactions that I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. So check all that out over on my Patreon. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.